fantastic speaker. He joined us recently, and it's amazing just having him in our city. Today, he will be giving a speech, and the purpose of the speech is to actually write a speech with purpose. That's actually the objective for this speech. So, the objective is to learn how to write a speech with purpose. And we would be looking at that today. We'll be looking at his structure, how he was able to completely follow the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. And that's what we'll be looking at in Toastmaster Richard's speech today. So his speech is titled, "Will You Marry Me, Please?" And I'm looking forward to Toastmaster Richard smashing and breaking this speech. This speech is from the Strategic Relationships Pathway, Level 1, Project 2. And with that, I would like to invite Toastmaster Richard to the lectern to give his speech. Again, the title of his speech, "Will You Marry Me, Please?" Toastmaster Richard. Toastmaster Richard, will you marry me, please? Over to you.
Monday, 1st January 2024. I proposed to a lady for the first time in my life. Yes, I proposed. Yes, for the first time. Now, those of you who have had to propose to a lady just one time in your entire lifetime, you don't know what God has done. You really do not. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. I'd like to cross a people now and take us a few steps back to the very beginning of this intriguing love story. Now, it was a sunny day in the heart of Lagos on the island in Nigeria, apparently. At Hakuna Matata Park, to be very specific, there were a lot of people all together having fun on the very first day of the year. And there we were in the pool, playing, laughing, enjoying ourselves, and bonding. At least so I thought. It took a while and we were in the pool, like really, our body was communicated to us that we had spent so much time in the water, and then we decided to go leave. We went our separate ways. After a bit of time gallivanting around the park on our own, it was as if fate. I looked around and there she was. And I told myself, this must be destiny. And with every courage in me, I walked up to her, stretched my arm. Will you marry me? What do you think she responded? Any takers?
No.
I don't have a lot of fans in this place. Of course she said no. Of course she said no. There I was still stretched out my arms and wondering what happened. There I was, and her brother recently ran to me because we had met in the pool, and he was about to put me out of my misery. He must have brought an epiphany to my mind when he told me that, oh, she's already married. My confusion was deepening. I then realized and came to that epiphany that my stretching of my arm was a communication to her in her tribe. Will you marry me? So I proposed to a married woman. God help us. Now, like you and I, just like me, most of us probably have proposed or gone into things that we probably had no idea about because of the lack of exposure. And exposure is a very important part of everything that we do, right? It helps you to see things in multiple perspectives. Now, exposure in terms of newness, in terms of knowledge, in terms of food, all of these things are important to get exposed. And I'm here to equally communicate with us a few ways to improve our exposure. Because like me, you don't want to propose to someone and not know that you're proposing. I'm going to give us 4 ways to get exposed intentionally. 1, books. Find out how things work was the quote by Jim Rohn. It's one of my favorite books. If you want to understand anything or know about it, find out how it works. And one of the ways to find out how things work is books. Now, Toastmaster essay or Kereka, you can meet her, right? She can tell you all about the exposure that books can give to you. In fact, deep inside of me, I'm probably convinced that there's no book that she hasn't read, except one, which is the book of life. Just give her time. She'll read that. Secondly, friends. You know, we get too busy in our own lives where we experience a lot of things, just our own lives, and then we tend to forget the fact that people live their own unique lives. And there's a whole lot to learn from each and every one of us. Imagine that friend who loves Ibusi and the friend who loves Pandeland. And then you get to see the experiences of this other person. So friends basically help you to experience things that on your own and in your own life you probably will not pay attention to. That's another way to get exposed. The third way to get exposed is traveling. So travel is to live. That's a quote by Chris Han. And Toastmaster Toby Kajero is an epitome of that. Between Toby and Kajero is her middle name, and that middle name is traveling, because she probably has been to everywhere in this world. And traveling will help you to get exposed to places. Fourth and final way to get exposed is by volunteering. Now, volunteering brings you before doors that you probably had no idea existed. They give you access. And that's the way to get exposed. In conclusion, every day we are saying yes or no to one thing or the other. We are making my proposals or one proposal or the other and saying yes or no to them. It's therefore important to know what it is that you are saying yes and what you are saying no to. So I'm encouraging every one of us here to basically remember the 4 ways to intentionally expose your minds. 1, I'm going to help us out now. 1 is books. 2, friends. 3, traveling. 4, volunteering. Those are the ways to help each and every one of us to actually expose our minds. Now, here and now tonight, exposure, wisdom, understanding, and everything related to it is stretching out its hand and asking, will you marry me? I hope you say yes. Thank you.